Hey folks, Bill here from Survival Lore. Thank you for joining me today. Got a quick video for you. I'm out here just on a short hike with my haversack, and I wanted to go over something I carry in that. At least it's something new I've started carrying. So you guys have seen me go over haversack videos before, and I generally have everything compartmentalized into different kits, pouches, whatever it may be. I'm trying something different recently, so I put together a possibles pouch. This is where I keep my just bits and bobs, doodads, whatever the little things I need in my pack that I take on me when I'm going for a day hike, just to walk out in the woods, whatever it may be. And I thought I'd go over it with you guys. So the pouch itself is a Frost River accessory pouch. It's wax canvas with a heavy-duty zipper. Oh, let me show that. Proudly made in the USA in Duluth, Minnesota. You guys have seen me talk about Frost River a lot on this channel. The Timber Cruiser Junior, my haversack, my XL shell bag, and some other stuff. This is going to be that latest thing. This is the Frost River accessory pouch. This is my possibles pouch. So we'll get into it, show you everything I'm carrying in here, and I'm going to reposition the camera real quick, and we'll get into it. So bring you over here. Okay, so in this pouch, I have some basic things. We have a headlamp. We want to have a headlamp when we're going on a hike. Even if we don't plan on being out in the dark, it's going to be a great accessory if we do get stuck. If it's late night, we're just we're stayed out longer and we have to. It's going to be something that makes our life easier when we're heading back to the vehicle. It's going to let you see stuff when you're walking back the trail so you don't trip, fall, get hurt. Everything we do is keeping ourselves safe and getting ourselves home in one piece. So we also have some Yuko stormproof matches. For me, those matches are the greatest fire starting implement we have. These work when the weather is the worst, whether it's raining, sleet, snow, heavy winds, these light. Yes, it's not a ferro rod. It doesn't last 10,000 strikes, but these will light when the weather is at its worst. So that's why those are my last resort fire starters. We just have a roll of Atwood microcord. This is reflective green line. I'm not planning on staying out, but I want to have some cordage with me if I have to throw up a quick shot or whatever it may be. We have a quick cotton bandana in this pouch. We know the uses for that. In the winter, I use that primarily for wiping off my phone, getting the cameras unfogged and stuff like that. Quick, we have a lighter, just a Bic lighter, and an Exotac sleeve. And we have the SOL fire cord as the lanyard to hold the lid on. So we have my saw for this hike, which is generally my saw for most day hikes. The Silky Pocket Boy. This thing cuts so much bigger than what it actually is. For me, this is amongst the best saws and my most carried saws between this and my Silky Zubat. If it's too big for this, I pretty much go straight to the Zubat, but this can handle a lot. If you have to stay overnight, this is going to be able to help you put up a quick shelter. So I always have that small saw with me. We have a pack of hot hands. It's winter, guys. You have heard me talk about this. These hot hands, if you're trying to get a fire started, you crack them open, warm your hands up, get your fingers better. It's going to let you regain the dexterity and the ability to create that fire, build a shelter, whatever it may be. You have, in my opinion, these are a must-have in a winter emergency kit. It's a non-negotiable, honestly. Just got some Tinder Quicks. We have our fire starting stuff. We have a couple Tinder Quicks, and then we have just a small chunk of fat wood. Remember, this is in case of emergency. I'm not out here necessarily looking to make a fire, but I want to have the ability, if I have to stay overnight, to make sure I have that ability to get a fire going. So, and lastly, the last piece of fire making equipment is the bellows. Just toss that in there. That lets us direct the air to blow that ember into a flame. If our wood's a little wet, the dry sticks at the bottom, you can focus that air right at the base, and you're going to get your fire going that much easier. Last few things in here, we just got our DC4 fallen even sharpening stone. We always have that with us no matter what we do. It's either this or our Victorinox rod. Today's knife I'm carrying is just the Jorgensen Utility in an X sheath. That fallen even sharpener makes a great little tool for me to keep that fine edge on there. So And the last two things we have in this pouch, it's winter, so I always carry a marlin spike. My fingers, I've beaten them up pretty bad. I had pins in here. This allows me to dig out knots if I get something that I can't get. Having that point there allows me to dig those knots out very easily. So not the most uses with it, but it provides a very useful tool for something I need. So, and lastly, we just have a small roll of duct tape. Again, emergency repairs. Get a hole poked in our boot. We get a tear in our coat, whatever it may be. It's going to let us repair it real quick, get back to the vehicle. So having duct tape, and it's a fire extender, you can rip it up, shred it, put it in your tinder bundle, and that's going to make your fire starting a little easier. So that's all we have in our possibles pouch. One thing I've been trying to get back away from is falling into the common trappings when you're building these kits of just piling everything in the kitchen sink in it. I want to carry just what I have to. I don't call myself a minimalist, but when I'm out on a hike like this, I don't need to carry the fishing kit, the tube of glue, extra food, 3 different ways to purify water, whatever it may be. If I have to stay the night, it's not that big of a deal. I hunker down, put up a small shelter, I'll stay safe. Where I'm going on my day hikes, generally, I'm not that far out of the way. So I'm generally in cell distance. This provides me the ability. It's not that big of an emergency. If I have to stay, call my wife, tell her, yeah, I got stuck out here. I'm going to be home tomorrow morning. I got everything I need and I'll be fine. That's what this pouch and the rest of my haversack kit allows me to do. So with that, guys, knocked everything down. But thank you, guys. I'll bring you guys back up. Thank you, everybody. I hope this video was a little bit informative, and I hope you enjoyed having a peek into my possibles pouch. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.